This is the Journal of Occurrences. Friday, August 28, 2026. 10 stories from around the world. Floods along the Nepal-Tibet border have killed at least 584 people. Nepal's disaster authority said Friday that at least 579 are dead on the Nepalese side. Chinese state media confirmed 5 more in Tibet, 584 in all. More than 1,500 people remained missing, including hundreds of foreign pilgrims and tourists. This week's glacial collapse sent flash floods down both sides of the border. Rescue crews had to pause overnight when a debris-dammed lake overflowed in Razawa, then went back in. The Nepalese army pulled survivors from a flooded hydropower tunnel. Search teams are still looking for others trapped inside. The European Union pledged €2 million in immediate aid. 584 dead. More than 1,500 missing. In Oslo, King Harald V of Norway died this morning. He was 89. The royal house said he died at the National Hospital shortly after 6:35 a.m. local time. His son automatically became King Haakon VIII. Harald reigned 35 years after succeeding his father, King Olav V, in 1991. He modernized the ceremonial monarchy. He refused to abdicate. Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre said a whole nation was in mourning. Harald was Europe's oldest monarch. The reign lasted 35 years. The new king is Haakon VIII. On the Strait of Hormuz. After Qatar's prime minister held talks in Tehran on Thursday, Iran's top security official Mohsen Rezai said mediators had asked Tehran to spell out terms for reopening the waterway. Ending regional fighting was among those terms. Iran and Oman have sketched a shared shipping corridor. That corridor would be contingent on United States steps, including lifting the port blockade, compensation, and sanctions relief. President Trump says he is not in a hurry to resume talks. He also says the waterway is already open. Chad says a Sudanese army airstrike on Thursday killed at least 12 people and wounded 7. The target, Chad said, was a fuel market near the shared border, a place where Rapid Support Forces paramilitaries refuel. Chad had already raised its eastern alert to the maximum and deployed armor and jammers near Tyne, after earlier strikes it said hit deep inside its entity region. Sudan denied targeting Chadian territory and called for an independent investigation. The United States Embassy in Khartoum condemned the recent strikes on Chad. 12 killed, 7 wounded. Sudan says it did not strike Chad. Iceland votes Saturday in an advisory referendum on whether to restart talks on joining the European Union. The polls are knife-edge. Maskina put the yes side at about 51.3% and no at 48.7%. A yes would restart negotiations. It would not be membership itself. Many chapters were closed before talks froze in 2013. Any final deal would need another vote. Fishing rights, living costs, and sovereignty dominate the campaign. Saturday's ballot is advice, not accession. Papua New Guinea's parliament on Thursday tabled the 2019 Bougainville referendum writ. That vote was 97.7% for independence. Lawmakers also tabled the Joint Consultation Report and the Melanesian Framework, then adjourned after debate. Prime Minister James Marape said Port Moresby and Bougainville leaders will meet in October to set the date for the ratification vote. That vote needs a 3/4 absolute majority. An affirmative vote would start a transitional self-government phase, not instant independence. The writ is now on the table. The date is not. Argentina and Chile advanced operating protocols under their revived 1997 Mining Integration and Complementation Treaty. The protocols cover cross-border copper projects including Vicuña, Nexo Andino, and Filo Sur. Chilean officials say the framework could unlock more than $20.7 billion in investment and about 540,000 extra tons of copper a year. A mining integration seminar with project representatives was due Friday in Santiago. Chile's mining vice minister cautioned there is still no fixed implementation timetable. $20.7 billion. About 540,000 extra tons a year. No timetable attached. In Islamabad, investigators appointed by Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif visited the Pakistan Institute of Medical Sciences on Thursday. A Wednesday nursery fire killed 14 newborns and left one survivor. Hospital preliminaries pointed to a nebulizer blast spreading in high oxygen. An earlier account had blamed an air conditioning unit. Sharif dismissed the health secretary. Families held a candlelight vigil demanding answers. UNICEF urged stronger fire safety standards at health facilities. 14 newborns dead. One survivor. The health secretary has been dismissed. The United Nations said at least 47 people were killed, including 5 children, and more than 50 kidnapped, when armed gangs raided the hillside community of Kenscoff, above Port-au-Prince, on Sunday evening. It is one of the largest recent mass kidnappings in Haiti. Secretary-General Antonio Guterres condemned the attack. Residents accused local police of failing to protect people killed near the station, as gangs keep pushing beyond the capital. 47 killed, 5 of them children. More than 50 kidnapped. For the second year running, the Antarctic krill fishery in Convention Area 48 closed early after hitting its 620,000 metric ton trigger. That was on August 12th, more than 3 months before the usual season end. Scientists confirmed the figures at a polar science conference in Oslo. Spatial catch caps expired in 2024. Fishing has concentrated around the Antarctic Peninsula and the South Orkney Islands. British Antarctic Survey researchers warn that concentration, not just the tonnage, is the growing risk for penguins and other predators. The commission that manages the fishery meets in October. 620,000 tons. The trigger was hit on August 12th for the second year. That's the World Brief. Read it at journalofoccurrences.com.